Okay. Today we are playing something I haven't played in a little bit. It is Jund. So, um, I am trying some different stuff. Something that is important to me is having 12 one drop plays. Um, so I have the Thoughtseize main and the Ignoble. I am not playing any tutor land cards. No white, no reclaimer. So this opens me up to uh, yo Jeremy, good to see you. This opens me up to run um, kind of like a more narrow land package, get a little bit better mana. So I have 15 green lands. I'm not playing Once Upon a Time. So these are my 15 green lands that I could fetch. Right, you can see this is 15. And then if you were to look at my black lands that I could play on turn one, you would just do this and it would be 14. So a little bit worse. More often than not, you're going to want to ramp before you discard when you have the chance. Okay. No surveil lands. 22 lands, really lean. No Once Upon a Time. I am playing 4 Orcish Bowmasters, 3 Hymn to Torok, 1 Oof, 1 Liberator, and we're all in on Cat. So my concern is Cat without White Knight or Reclaimer might get a little bit worse. And then I've been thinking about the way that the games play out with the Cat. And typically you don't have 3 creatures in play, like say White, a Manadork, and the Scythe Cat. And if you did, your White of the Reliquary would probably not be tapped to be more aggro. It doesn't come up too often. So Scythe Cat, I think, is going to allow me to kill a little bit quicker, and I'm running 10 fetch lands. So I think that might come up pretty big to just promote the Cat. And I'm running a playset of Endurances because I don't want to die to reanimate Grist, and I have 2 Minskaboo in the main deck. Also Maltlock here. So something about Minskaboo is it's haste or trample. So what's cool about that is the Cat has trample. So it is a cool synergy that likely won't come up, but in the event that, let's just say they have a Caracas for your Minskaboo token, you could pump the Cat instead, which I think is nice. Really aren't too many other ways to turn that on. Now I am playing Bolt. I'm going more aggro. I can't decide on whether or not I like Bolt or Fatal Push more. I'm going Bolt though because I'm going Scythe Cat. There is definitely some tension with playing a card like Hymn the Torok and Bolt. Him typically wants to go a little bit later. Lightning Bolt typically indicates that you're trying to go a little bit sooner. So I am a little bit nervous about that. I am also playing 2 Edicts in the sideboard. I'm opting against Abrupt Decay, and it mostly has to do with Murktide. And that's really maybe like a Reanimate card as well, an Emrakul or something like that. So I think I'm opting for the Edict. I've played Jund often enough to know that there are definitely times where you don't have an answer to Merit Liege or one of those cards, and like an instant speed addict is like nice to have. I'm trying 2 opposition agent. Nadu, I'd say, was the main reason that I was considering this. The Green Sun Zenith version. Of course, it's good against like elves and Knight of the Reliquary decks, lands, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it does feel pretty jund. Hey, I star. Uh, 4 ley lines and 3 force of vigor. So tomorrow, off stream, I am going to be playing against James, Kaseyu, Teddy, and I have I think 5 decks that I might play. So I have this sweet counterbalance list here with top. I have this Esper control deck that plays Gataxian Probe. I have a Mardu Luris deck that I don't have a ton of confidence in, but it looks a lot of fun. I have a Mardu Ragavan list that I have. I have a very fair Deathrite Shaman, Ren and 6 Maverick E deck, which allows me to play white and night. I'm looking forward to this. And I have this the wrong version of the deck. I gotta upload the other version of it. But my buddy Jeremy, Legacy Weapon, gave me a list to play. This has 64 in it, so I have to update it to the latest one that he gave me. So this is for the format. I'm calling Legacy Mercenaries right now. I haven't come up with a better name for it. The format is you could pick 4 ban cards and 4 copies of ban cards and play them. In other words, you could play 4 Oko, or you could play 2 Oko and 2 Ragavan, but you can't play 8 Ragavan or 4 Ragavan and 4 Oko. It's 4 cards. So that's why 1 Luris is possible, and like 2 top, or like 1 Luris, 2 Vexing Bobble, and 1 top, which is one of the versions that I'm playing. So looking forward to that tomorrow. And in the meantime, we are going to play some Legacy today. If you have any ideas, let me know. If this will be YouTube only content. Hopefully other people enjoy it, and maybe it'll gain some traction, and other people want to try a format like that. Cards like Survival, Goblin Recruiter, Earthcraft. There's other ones that I've wanted to add to that pool. I know that there's broken shit that I can't think of that certainly can be busted, like Tolarian Academy. I didn't want it to be Power 9 for sure, but even outside of the Power 9, I'm sure there's plenty of degenerate stuff. Okay. I think this is a keep. What I don't like about it is there's no 1-drop. What I do like about it is I could cast all of these spells. Something awkward about the cat has been you want to hold your fetches. So it is possible that this next turn I just play Wasteland and pass. Not really too sure how I'm going to navigate this. Best draw is definitely a 1-drop. There are no Surveil lands in this deck. Tried to keep it really lean. I probably could have added one, but I don't know what I would have taken out. Maybe the Midskimbo or something. Now, the problem is here. Right. I think I'm forced into Wasteland immediately. Oh shit. A Force of Fill joint. Alright. I will cue that up. Wow, they missed their land drop. No fucking way. All right. I probably should have just played the Bayou here. I get the Arbor here as a free removal spell? I think so. They kept the one lander. This was definitely a big risk on their end. I think I'm just gonna pass, force them to discard a card. I've been liking doing this. Yeah, was not prepared for the old wasteroo. Cool. Discard Thassa's Oracle. Play a land. Let them discard. And then I think I'm gonna like bait my shitty creatures next. Cool. Yeah, we'll play this one. Okay, they do nothing. Yeah, maybe showing the waste was bad. I was trying to hold the for the Scythe Cat, but yeah. Sometimes you wasteland once and then you win the game. One of those things, you know? Sometimes, yeah. The wasteland once. I'm confident about... Oh, the song request, yeah. Are correct. Get it going. Junders? That's awesome. This is funny. Oh, it is? You know, if that's a little better. Hey, Chris. I often don't. You know the way like Nadu is like another win condition. I don't feel like I have enough reps to know if like when you see this deck and you see the Thassa's Oracle, if it's worth it to run the Grave Hate. Maybe it is, you know. Still quiet. Is all the other music quiet too, or is it just yeah, it's just that I worry about losing the long games, you know. So maybe I'm thinking about it wrong. But that's been the mindset of like, since they have the Nadu pivot, is it worth it to run something that's so situationally good is the word that I'll use. Is the is Spotify low? Jeremy? A little. Okay. I'm going to bring up OBS volume on my desktop. This top deck here might be a land, probably a wasteland. And after that, just a regular land would be pretty good here. The name Wizard. That's pretty good. Pretty tough. I think I like Thoughtseize more than Green Sun for Outland Liberator here. Especially with 2 Thoughtseizes. Of course it will. We'll let that one happen. I am going to get a Bayou here, though. We will try again. Yeah, that's good. The fact that they have another Saga is definitely really scary here. So I have to beat constructs. These are going to be pretty big. Four fours, I think. 3 3s. Okay. Yeah. Grist is not gonna be very good here. I think it's just Outland Liberator. We're gonna take some ouchin. Probably gonna have to do some chump blocking. It's actually tempting to kill their Saga here, but if they pass, I'm in really good shape. If they have a land and a plow, that's really the biggest punish. If they have a brainstorm, it's not that big of a deal because I have the Bowmaster in play. Okay. I'm going to take 4. I am going to chump block here. I need to make some tough choices here. I don't have an excavator. Um, Keen-eyed curator is an option. I'm actually gonna do some thinking here. So my options are Moloch. Uh, gosh, I feel like maybe it's just a Scythe Cat. Maybe it's the 3/3. I'll go Keen-eyed curator. I think that's the biggest upside. Like I just took too much damage this game. A second Shuko, maybe a Pithing Needle on the Frenzied Trapbreaker. Not sure if they brought one in. Song request. A Pithing Needle. Yep. They put it on Keen-eyed. Okay. Um, Banger, Jeremy. A little awkward. Beautiful. Tundra. Okay. Sure. The next 1 damage that would be dealt to this creature is dealt to target creature you control instead. Okay. This is rough. Um, I think sacking both is probably a death sentence, right? Keeping. Yeah. This is going to be a rough trade. But it's the trade that I have. All right. Ooh, that's really, really good. Do I thought seize? Is that even worth it? We're pretty dead. If they have Nadu or something like that, we just lose. Banger. Banger track, Jeremy. Bangers only. If they're thinking, do they attack? That'd be cool. Pretty bad. Um, yeah. Um, the number of creatures in my graveyard is 3. The number of creatures. We're pretty far off from that. We attack. Got 4 in there. This forces them to block. Go on. Well, they have 3 hits, 3 chances to hit something here. Another chance. Ooh, they whiff. Holy fucking goddamn shit. Yo, we might win this game. I think they actually lose here. I have 4 creatures. Oh. Yeah, that was a draw too. Problem is they have Cavern. Really close game. Wow. Okay. I did not feel in control. I did not feel in control at all there. That was top deck wars for sure. No, I feel like this deck should have played Sylvan Library. I think that's a card I'm missing. You would. Yeah, you would say that, yeah. I think maybe the Minskin Booze for the Sylvans or something. Especially with 4 Bowmasters in my deck. Kind of like forgot about it, surprisingly. I lost a lot of life that game, though. That was like the Urza Saga Plan B game, and I think I top decked better than they did, you know? They top decked that Nadu, and they netted 2 cards. But they weren't great cards, you know? Oh, Mark, yeah, good point. That is true. Definitely want to consider that. They had 0 in hand too, so there was no influence that they could have had at that point. Good point. All right, Bayou Ramp. Little awkward with all these 2-drops. I think this curve is very too heavy, which is not the worst, but you know, if I'm gonna ramp and then play a 2-drop. So Bayou Zenith here. And I think it is likely a him turn. Downside to this play, obviously, is they could just, like, oops, all spells kill me. I don't think. I do nothing, though. Diamond, okay. So OBM. Okay, I hate that. Basic Plains. I think we am. Night and crop rotation. All right, glad we did that. It is very hard to kill a Knight of the Reliquary for me, that's for sure. Think I like this play here. Play the 3-drop while we can. Hey, Magork. I think this is the move. Like they have an Orcish Bowmaster and they're going to Bowmaster my Ignoble here. It's got to be it, right? Bowmaster. For their Bowmaster. Because their Bowmaster killed my Bowmaster. Okay. I don't think I care that much about that. I feel like that was pretty loose. Wasteland would be really cool. Um, the song request here. I think it's Keen-Eyed. I'll hit, that's my graveyard. Where's their graveyard? Okay, we're gonna hit their Bowmaster. Cool. Him? Creature instant sorcery land? I guess we go for it. Am I playing too passive? I think I am the beatdown. Pretty sure I am the beatdown. He died. These four for sure. Maybe the Bowmaster not so good. That's true. Yeah, especially if I had a 1-mana spell. Maybe I could just ramp with Green Sun Zenith. Maybe that was the move. I think Bowmaster probably... If Bowmaster kills Bowmaster, but that's really it. Everything else seems like probably better than that. Not sure about the Force of Vigors. Like, I don't typically love discard. Also, good to see you, Mots. Against, you know, Knight of the Reliquary decks, but I don't think Bowmaster against like a Mox Diamond Knight of the Reliquary deck, I think is pretty sus. This is good enough, but it's a little vulnerable, but I don't think I could expect to do much better than this. Okay. I think that's going to eat a Bowmaster. Got a bad feeling about this. Down gate, okay. Yep. Oh, nice. Yeah. I think this is going to be a Wasteland Keen-Eyed kind of sitch. I think I'm smelling the weakness here. So we'll get a Taiga here. Let's waste the green. I know green decks hate when you do that. Play waste, okay. Yep. Yep. Accepts on request. God damn. This card is so fucking corny, though. We don't have a choice. We have to get the Mana Dork here, I think. Another one? Oh, God. It's another one, isn't it? Okay, no, it's a green sun. They failed to find. That I feel kind of bad. Yeah. I think this is the endurance turn. There's no guarantees I will get more mana. They have a bowmaster here. I welcome it. A path. Okay, that's fine too, I think. A little bit of pressure here, though. That's 4 damage. Okay. I think I have to play some life management here. Okay. Not bad. Think I like this. All right, am I the beatdown? Am I the beatdown? I'm gonna hold. I want this small lock for when they finally hit their land drop. Okay. Cool. Probably the second red with this hand. It's trampled though. I don't think they thought about that. Like blocking the Moloch's way better, you know? If they take that, yeah, I think they're gonna chump block. Yeah. Jund in the mount. You get a 7. Green Sun for 1. Okay. A reclaimer, sure. Oh, they have 0 in hand. Okay. Yeah, I think this just is a win with the trample. Oh yeah, yeah. Damn. Upstairs. Tempo. Bowman's was really annoying that game though, for sure. I'll be back in a moment. That felt really good. Right. Yeah. Hey, side. Yeah, I have enjoyed playing the green white with like Sentinel and Sheltered by Ghosts a lot. Um, I think what motivates me to play at this point is brewing. I think that's really like the thing. Like I don't have any major events coming up, so like refining a deck and going like, do I want three of these or two of these, or is Leyline necessary to beat Oops, or can I beat Oops without it? Um, those kind of like refining is just I don't think I have the uh, motivation to get into that. So I've been very much just playing things that I could brew. You know, I have a creator account. It's more fun that way. It's more motivating, and you know, they gave me this account, and I feel like that's the best way I could use it. Um, there has been some motivation to try certain things like Storm. I can't brew Storm yet. I don't have the brain at this point to be like, hey, is are we not evaluating Past in Flames well enough in this meta or something, and then try to build a deck into that or something, you know? And besides, you know, there's Tony and Cook and a lot of other great minds working on that. 4 mana is a lot. I'm gonna try it though. I'm stupid enough. I think this probably should have been a mull. I don't even have surveils either, so this gets a lot worse. It's him turn 2, which is nice. I really should have mulled this though, I think. This deck I think has some really good top decks, but there are 22 lands in this deck, including the Arbor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 less now. It's one of those where you're gonna like fetch non-basics and hope to get wasted. But you know, this this hand is as good as these 3 cards here on the left. I don't like mulling on the blind too much either. You know, what if this is like some sort of wasteland kind of deck? Chromox does not look like that though. Ugh. Fury. Okay. All right, so 4 mana on turn 1. Yeah, that should not be a thing that happens. Like, boy, is this a great collector oof. But, like, they, you know, it's just ridiculous. We'll get a Bayou here. Oh, I should have got the basic land. That was bad. Really bad, actually. Yeah. Boy, do I deserve this L. Just totally forgot Blood Moon's a card. I guess bolts are my best top deck here. Just like totally forgot about Blood Moon. I think they're in really rough shape though, because 4 life is not a lot of life. They have to play another 1 ring and then stabilize after. Oh my god. I deserve to lose there. Alright. I don't deserve the W. I got it. You shut your mouth. How can you say? Maybe I'm gonna destroy. Thanks for asking. James and I are creating content tomorrow. The format is Legacy, except you get to choose 4 cards from the ban list since Mental Misstep got banned. So this deck plays 4 top. This deck plays Underworld Breach. This deck plays Ragavan. You can't play like 4 Ragavan and like 4 Oko or something. It's you get to choose 4 copies of a card. Hey, Albert, thank you. Thank you for the raid. Thank you very much. Welcome, everybody. Alberto, appreciate the raid. So he and I are gonna play Magic the Gathering tomorrow. And I'm going to destroy. No, I'm gonna I'm gonna play my friend in Magic the Gathering and hopefully win. That's it's gonna go. I want to win, but I want him to win a little bit so he has fun too. So he might create more content again later, you know? But I will destroy. Sorry if that's like just too stupid, but I'm enjoying saying destroy. Chromox. It's a good one. All right. Well, I mean, I guess I could have played around that. This fucking sucks. I'm not scooping, but like, I hate this. I have 4 outs. Getting worse and worse though, yeah. Bolt is the best one, I think. Yeah, I fucking hate this. Man, Moon is just a card that's so brutal. There's no coming back from this. Yeah, Duff Man cannot breathe here. I'm going to see a few more cards, but I don't think there's really anything to see other than I think they made a mistake with that reflection, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, good for you. All right, I'm just going to see if I would draw it. Uh, is it worth continuing to play here? I could bolt the Magus and then play Collector Oof and then lose the game later. Yes. Let's do it like this. Bolt Magus. Get a forest. Play this card. I guess we'll Thoughtseize because I am angry. Oh, I can't even sneeze because of the One Ring. Kind of dumb. Yeah, there's. I don't think I have it out here. I think Minsk and Boo is like good, but I don't think that saves me. Sure. Yeah. Um, super brutal. Yeah, I think we just run it back. I don't think any of these are really gonna help me. Like Enide's a 3/3. You know, 3/3s might be better than the Torok. I think Stompy is likely gonna yield more wins unless you're like really a great Forge combo player. If you're really into the Forge combo deck and you think you got the lines down and you think it'd be good in the room, go for it. I think mono red is like gonna consistently be really good. So as much as I hate that deck, I'd advise you to go that way. 3 mana. Yeah, Forge is fun. Yeah, that's a great guest to have. That's awesome. Okay, I think the move is this fetch. All right. Fury would be brutal. The One Ring would be brutal. If they attack, I'm not even sure I block because Fury would just fuck me up so bad here. Like Blood Moon here? That'd be cool. Okay. Okay. Ooh, I have some choices, huh? Could Green Sun Zenith for second cat and then Edict. That's one option. Another option is play Grist, Greenstone Zenith for Arbor. Yeah, I remember seeing that. Tough call. Oetho, welcome. Is making this cat bigger better? Grist and plus plays around Fury. That's true. Yeah, stuff. Yo, are you Vermin Supreme for V Supreme, or is that just another kind of thing? Either way, I appreciate you. Okay. So we could pump the cat. The cat is going to get pumped. It's just, do I double cat here? I think the answer is going to be Grist this turn. Seven is a lot of damage. Players typically don't like it when you hit them for 7. 3. That is a big deal. It's Magus, Kiki Jiki, or Broadside are their choices here. Okay. I got rid of the Kiki. I didn't expect that. Okay. All 3 at Grist. No reason to block here. Nope. Do they throw Magus at Cat to kill it? Okay. And then they play a mood. Okay. Moloch or Minskimbu here? No. Fucking Thutsies, huh? Keen-Eyed Curator could give me Grist. But it won't be good enough. I think we are forced into doing this for the Moloch. Hit this. Take the 1 ring. Yep. Attack for 3. Heard this song from a playlist Geodude Jared sent me. Oh, hey, they top deck something awesome. Fucking great. All right, Minskaboo, please. Yeah, I mean, Pride Mage would have been pretty nice there. They are top decking really good cards here. Kind of heartbreaking. Pyroglyph. Yep, Pyroglyph. It's gotta be Pyroglyph. So if I group block it, they're gonna chuck. They have Pyroglyph. Pyroglyph. All right. Well, we lose the game. Even Minskin Boo doesn't get me out of this. Oh, wait, that's dead. Yep. Right. Bummer. Edict, not so impressive there. Definitely got lucky game one. So, the fact that I couldn't win the other two, I think, is frustrating. But yeah, I still haven't seen any Minskin Boos. I think there were turns where had I top decked that card, the Grist line playing around Fury, had I gotten a second cat, might have been better. Think I think that might have been a winning line. I don't know if it's better more of the time, but I think in that case it would have came up better because then the cat would have been like a something like a 7/7 or even bigger. So I think not making a giant cat was likely the mistake there, even though it didn't necessarily seem that way. I think that would have been the winning line. Something like a giant trampling cat might just be impossible for them. Oh. If I had to guess, if there was a wrong turn that I made, that was it. Delver is annoying, but I think fine. Go for the ramp here. This could eat a bolt, could eat a wasteland, could eat a daze. No flip. Double island. Okay. Huh. I guess I'll just play into it, huh? Been awkward with this card. It's been very good. Don't get me wrong. But it's like, is playing in the days better? I think I'll immediately make this a 4/4 if given the chance. Or they just force it. Okay. Pitch Murktide. I think I'll play this. Double basic is definitely unusual. What did they pitch? Yeah, Murktide. No flip. Okay. Would not surprise me to see a third island with the double island, to be honest. DRC. Okay. I think it's going to be Moloch and Wasteland here. Brazen Borrower would be pretty good here. Okay. Force of Will. Okay. Let me go him. Probably eats the force. No. Okay. I still have Grist in the deck if I need it. This turn will probably be an endurance turn if they don't Murktide me. Okay, they do not. Hey, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Um, kind of mixed about the Thoughtseize here. Like, I feel like they have something. I'm gonna hold the Thoughtseize for a turn. I think. Yeah, I don't know. It could just be a land in their hand, you know? It's definitely not a Murktide. They would have cast it. If it was a creature, they would have cast it. If it's a Daze, then I just turn their thing into... Bolt's annoying, but I wouldn't even mind it so much. It's just 2 for 1 here. Bowmaster would be annoying. Okay. Tarfire. Okay. I'm gonna do a deck thin fetch here. I don't think there's really any harm in it at this point. Okay, and I will lead with this now. I should have it. Okay, take the bolt. Good. This really slows the chances of Murktide for sure. I think we probably have the game sealed up more or less. Would need something like a Price of Progress or something crazy to kill me. And even that doesn't do it, actually. I'm at 9. Starfire is kind of cool too with DRC. Wonder if there's another synergy. Yeah, okay. That buys them a little bit of time. All right, lethal next turn. Smirktide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, they would need another card. All right. They drew a Murktide and they couldn't cast it. That's what that was. Pretty sure. So we'll bring in these 6. Probably him. Oh, Collector Oof is probably worse. And Collector Oof. Yeah. All right, we'll keep the him. I think the problem with Thoughtseize is it deals 2 to me in a Lightning Bolt matchup. And him, as clunky as it is, I think is better. Um, it's less turn 1 plays, which I don't like. But I think Delver is one of those decks where you could just Idle a Murktide, but most of the cards are kind of similar, you know? It's like cantrips and bolts and creatures, you know? You keep it a Thoughtseize against a deck that, well, definitely combo for sure. I think control as well, where they might have something that is more essential to their game plan, like a Wrath spell or a very powerful Planeswalker, or a removal spell when you're trying to close the game out quickly. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'll try it, but it's pretty suspect. Best draw is going to be a land for like 2 or 3 turns in a row. They mulled a 5. That's a good sign. If they lead non-basic, I might consider a waste. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. They mulled the 5 on the play. They led with a non-basic. Okay. Yes. The one that the authorities came to blame for something that he never done. And this might be my favorite Dylan song. Definitely up there. Okay. Um. Okay. Price of progress in days. Okay. No, never had a chance. I think it's one of those like very good lyrics. As I want to say, especially probably when this was written, which I think would have been like late 60s, early 70s, maybe. Definitely kind of like a song of its time in a way. Do I draw a wasteland or an endurance? Those are my best options here, probably. Even a fetch land is okay. That land is not great. I think it's fine. I'm not even sure I bolt DRC because like I got like 6 damage in hand. It might even be advantageous to not do that. It does let them dig deeper. Back it up, back it up. Silver. Yeah, we do not. Best draw here is like a fetch land. Grist is okay. I am not the best beatdown player. Bolt, target, face. Bolt, target, face. Oh. Jump around. Pretty cool. So far been liking Bolt in this build. I'm not sure about him and Bolt. I think him was good in the green white matchup. Bolt around. There it is. Yeah. Exactly. There it is. One surveil land might be nice. Yeah. I think I would make room for Sylvan if I were to rebuild this. I'm not sure though. Like maybe Minsk and Boo, him, the Torok, I think are the only cards that are really like I'm kind of flexible on here. That sounds like something I'd say. Depends on, I guess it depends on where you live, huh? Legal. Legal can mean a lot of different things. First time I'm seeing Minsk and Boo. There it is. Song request. This is a tough call. I don't think I can afford a basic here. Like one of those, like, can I afford to get a basic? Can I afford not to kind of hand? Like, bolt waste next turn would be like, you know, make you want to drive you up a wall. I swear to God. Gotta hope that doesn't happen. They pitch a Murktide, so that blue-white Murktide is not common. Basics in this economy. Bowmaster? No. Okay. Up the peen stalk. All right. Wondering if I should have put it on Arbor. But, yeah, I'll take them off white. This looks like a bolt or a plow. See you later, cat boy. So long, space cowboy. Is it cat boy or is it Outland Liberator? I'm gonna go Outland here. Just, I don't know. Imagine if I get a Bowmaster. That'd be the ultimate gotcha. Bowmaster should have been hybrid. No. It should not have been. Oof. All right. There is no way I don't just slam this. What? I resolved this card? No one's ever done that in the history of anything. No one's ever resolved that card. Oh, sorry, Quest. We'll find out about you later. All right, they can't prismatic ending here. Yeah. Sometimes you just resolve Minskin Boo, huh? I didn't even know that was possible. So, oof, not great. Kind of think about taking the bolts out. Maybe I could try like a really cheesy opposition agent kind of plan. Yeah, I'm mixed about Force of Vigor. Like, do you actually win a game where you Force a Vigor Bean? You know? Leyline Binding, though? Maybe Leyline Binding is what I should be thinking because I saw white. Yeah. think you got a point there. Maybe Moloch, not too good. What am I killing? Like Cameo, maybe? Maybe Agent is too much of a pipe dream. Oh. Yeah, I think you're probably right. Edicts hitting walkers could be good. Try that. Trim on the dorks. It's one of the reasons why I like trimming on the dorks, because like a hand like this, you know, like you would not want to draw a mana dork. That's for sure. And there's almost a part of me that doesn't want to ramp here. Gosh, this is tough. We're gonna listen to this. Yeah, I'm from the 90s. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'm not gonna ramp. I should have just played a fetch land, I suppose, but if they want to waste me, it's fine. Pitchmark died, okay. Pretty glad so far I opted not to ramp, even though this card's gonna die. I have a really bad feeling this game. I am way too flooded. I think I'm gonna hold the Zenith for something like Grist, maybe? I think I'm gonna take them off white mana here. Gosh. Maybe I should just Endurance here. I do play Murktide after all. Maybe they took land, seeing the wasteland. I don't know. Please do it. Just don't waste my waste. Bro, yeah. It's a good one. I don't need to go Keen-Eyed yet. Yeah. Their grave will not fill up. Right? Of course it will, sure. Is wasting them gonna fuel that? Yeah, I think I have to hit the green. Canine's dog. But I'm for it. Alright, they win. Here is Uro. I guess we just scoop, huh? We are super ultra mega flooded. And they have an Earl in play, and you know, pyroblasting that feels like shit. Grist feels terrible here. I'll take a draw, but that's all I'm gonna do. Okay. We did see Leyline Binding. I hate to say it though, I'm thinking twice about the Force of Vigor. Cause like, I don't think I want to be reactive. I think I just want to try to kill them dead. At least game one. That. I think going to the late game and hoping the Force of Vigor is good is... it's probably too late at that point. It's probably game over. All right, we will keep this. I think Bayou is the move. I think it's him. Maybe the fetch was bad though. Like, to get one extra damage in. They forced it. Okay. First pitch brainstorm. Uh-oh. Well. Oh, no way. Ultra punished for my choice. Oh my god. Actually, not ultra punished. This is looking pretty rough though. Oh, okay, now we're ultra punished. Because this would have been a green land otherwise. Yep, we are dead. All right. was a pretty good hit. Problem is they have 7 cards in their hand right now, so... F. Wrath of the Skies. Okay. Yeah. It's probably time to scoop more or less here. Couldn't kill him fast enough. Wow. Yeah, alright. Yeah, let's scoop here. There's no entertainment here. Alright, we're dead. Cool. Oh, wrong deck. Jund here. Jund mid-range. The him was a trap. It probably was. Later him, I think, might have been just as good. Putting a land back might have been sus too. On my mull, I kept it. I had a 3-lander, and I put one of the lands back. Hard to say. Deck is cool. I could see trimming some like endurances for like Sylvans or something like that. And that or the Midskin Boo for Sylvan. A lot of options here. Okay, so this is where I am probably gonna struggle. I could definitely use some feedback here. I want to build a sideboard for my Esper control list that I'm going to be playing against James tomorrow. So this is the deck here. It is 4 Gataxian Probe, and it has Cabal Therapy and Thoughtseize. Not too sure what he's going to be playing. I think I want a Linvala maybe. Or it's not a Linvala. What's that card called? No Urion in this one. It's Lavinia. That's what it is. Yeah, there it is. That's the card I meant. I think run one of those. Got 3 Consign, a Hydroblast. Maybe 2 Baroglyph. I think 1 is good. Jeez, what would be like? Imagine like my opponent can play Gataxian Probe or Ragavan or something horrible, you know? I think James is gonna play Control. Ending seems like a decent choice. We'll run 1. Oh wait, why is Yuri on there? I gotta remove it. Whoops. That should not have been there. Sorry. I think 1 might be good. I think James likes control. I think Doomsday is also a possibility. Probably some sort of like frog control expressive iteration deck. Maybe a null rod could be good. Two more cards here. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think it would be like mid-range control. I feel like James is going to have a Grixis deck with Frog and Expressive Iteration. Pick one or two. Okay. Maybe I could trim one. I have one Hydroblast as well. I like Surgical with Cabal Therapy and Snapcaster and Thoughtseize. Like I really like that option. Hmm. One Pest Control. That's a cool one. Maybe a Force of Negation is a good option. Destroy all non-land permanents with mana cost. So we limited the it's Metal Misstep and Beyond. So when Metal Misstep got banned, cards after that got banned. So like no balance, no survival, no Goblin Recruiter, no Gush, but like Oko, Ren and Six, Rag of Hand, Top, Treasure Cruise, like those kind of cards. Um, oh, I had a card in my head and I just forgot it. We said Pest Control. And I forget what else. Oh, Force of Negation. That's what I wanted. Yeah, you're right about that. What I need a way to like end the game is why I was kind of thinking like something like Teferi. Like it doesn't actually kill them, but like if you just keep ticking up Teferi and you keep like bouncing your Snapcasters and stuff, like you sort of win. You like second Kato here. Not a bad idea. Ooh boy. All of these creatures are pretty cool with Kaido except Tamio. And even then, Tamio's like not that big of a deal. And plus, only two Strix itself kills against for a bowman. Yeah, maybe a second one's good. I think you're right with this list. I think I'm gonna play weird cringe Kaido. that. Go 2-1. Um like one other card, this other consign, so if you think of anything. So the decks that I'm gonna play, um this is my counterbalance list. Um this will be 4 top. So that's my like band card that I'm allowed to play with. 3 Tamio, 3 balance, 3 snap, 3 Tef, 1 force, 3 terminus, and 1/4 2 prismatic ending. Um, I'm not playing any surveil lands in this. Dig seems really good. It's just I can't play top and dig. It would be dig or top. Um so if I play dig, Omniscience is the first deck that I think would probably want dig the most. Um the fact that I can't play top and dig in this. Yeah, Treasure Cruise Burn, I think it's interesting. It's just tough because when you think about blue red, you have Ragavan, you have DR Dreadhorde Arcanist, you have Expressive Iteration, Treasure Cruise, probably not Dig Through Time. And then of course you have like, well, do I just play green and then play Ren in 6 instead? Or do I play green and play Oko as an example? Or like 2 Oko, 2 Ren in 6 or something like that? Um, how good is that? You know? But yeah, Cruise, it's interesting. That's kind of part of the reason why I'm doing this. So Matt, I got my Saga Maverick deck. It's gonna be 2 Deathrite, 2 Ren, 2 White, 2 Knight. And I've been thinking about how I'm gonna fit Reclaimer, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put Oof in the board, and I think I'm gonna remove the Lush Portico from the deck, and then that'll open up one slot in the sideboard here. Which probably could be a lot of things. But I've been wanting the additional 1-drop here. I want 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and I want the Bog in the main deck. So I've one more slot here to play with. I either get the Ghost, the Haywire, the Needle, or Rebs. I could bump it up to 5. Don't really know what else I would want to run. But yeah, that's the Maverick one. I think the other one that I was looking at was gonna be Maverick with 4 Deathrite and like the cat version that I was playing. Let me see, where is it? Like Ghost Cat. Something like this, probably. Yeah, something probably like this. So let's open up a copy of it, and then we're gonna call this freeform. Properties, freeform, and then we're gonna throw 4 DRS in there. And white Ghost Cat, and then we'll go 4 Deathrite. I think that'll be pretty sweet. We got the Bayou already, and we have a Scrubland already. Hey, yeah, thank you. I appreciate you. Probably would trim 1 Knight, 1 Ghost, 1 Scythe Cat, and 1 Thalia for now. Something like that. And then probably mess with the sideboard a little bit more. So yeah, this will be Cat Maverick. That's pretty cool. A playset. Yeah, is it better than just the mono white, the 1 ring? You know, like play play whatever that initiative deck was, but then just throw 4 1 rings in there, and then you have like, a crazy deck. It's an interesting idea. This one's really cool. This is my Mardu tokens deck, but I'm playing Saga, which I've done a good amount, and it has 2 Bobble, 1 Top, and Luris in the sideboard. I haven't figured out the sideboard exactly yet, but something like this I think is decent. Then the other one is pretty much the same deck, but you're not running Luris, you're running Fable, Broadside, and Ragavan. Yeah, you're probably right. It's cool. We have about a 4-hour window that we've chalked to doing this. Yeah, I think Luris is going to be good. I think if I had to guess what the best deck in this format is, the top 3, if people really played this and they got their reps, one combo deck with Gataxian Probe. Could be Oops All Spells, could be Storm gets that much better, could be, even Omniscience maybe gets that much better, just knowing that they're safe to go off. So I think Probe in a combo deck. Then I think, oh yeah, there's one other list. There's also this Mystic Forge list that I have here. Then my guess would be a tempo deck. Probably playing either Ren and 6 or Ragavan. I think Ragavan is really, really, really good, especially in a format with like blue-red, But the problem is, as funny as this sounds, Ragavan might even be like worse than like just putting Frog back in the format, Like if you just put Frog back in the format, I think that's like pretty ridiculous too, Ragavan gets much worse, Bulk gets much worse, This deck here I have to update. Jeremy did send me an updated list, so I'm gonna wind up fixing this up. Yeah, I'll make the updates. But yeah, there's still some legacy today. I'm gonna raid Rain. Tomorrow that's not gonna be streamed. This is gonna be a YouTube video. Give me back my son. Yeah, DRS would be cool. I think this is gonna be a fun format. I don't know how much traction this is gonna gain. I think my big thing is I hope James has a great time tomorrow playing. And then my next thing is I hope other people enjoy the content. And then the best case scenario, I think, is other people want to play the format or they want to put their own spin on it. I think a survival deck would be really cool. Okay, so the format is Legacy, except you get to choose 4 copies of a card since the banning of Mental Misstep. So no Mental Misstep, but you could play 4 Top, or you could play 4 Ragavan, or you could play 1 Dig Through Time, 1 Treasure Cruise, 1 Luris, and 1 Ren and 6. 4 cards, You can't play 4 you can't play 16 cards, and you can't play like Ren and 6 and Ragavan or something like that at 4 of those. So this is one of the decks that I have built. Or 1 Stress Mommy. That's an option. Could play a stress mommy. Interesting. All right, I am gonna raid the legacy player that I see. I don't have that content on YouTube. Well, let me just make sure there's not like a tiny streamer, because I'd rather stream them. I love Harane though. But, like if there's like one of my friends like streaming to their mom right now. Oh, that's my stream. No, I'm gonna raid the person that raided me. I think that's the move. Let me make sure they're actually like online. I think that's the move. Yeah, it looks like they are. All right. Gonna raid the person who raided me. All right. I think it's gonna be Portuguese. Brazilian streamer, I believe. All right. See you later.